They did it again. Should you be surprised? Okay. I'm a bit late on this, a bit. Back in October, Beware the Batman was put on hiatus. And I knew exactly what this meant. It meant it was going to get canceled sometime soon. Because, you know, Cartoon Network loves to put shows on hiatus. You know, good shows, and then they just cancel them outright. Oh, you want Beware the Batman? You want it? No. Oh, it landed in the trash can. Might want to go fish that out for us, and maybe we'll think about. Oh wait, some person just shredded just shredded all the pieces of paper. All right, we'll put it back together, and we'll talk. We'll think about it. Oh, you put it back together? Okay. Well, let's bring a flamethrower. Oh, there we go. Yep, it's all burned to shreds. Now put it back together. Yeah, that's funny, Cartoon Network. Are you even surprised at this point? And I've done 2 rants on this. Now, one made sense. One was when Young Justice and Green Lantern were getting canceled. The other one was with Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is one I actually regret doing, because I didn't really do the research I should have. I actually completely forgot about Lucasfilm buying, Lucasfilm being bought out by Disney. You know, Disney was buying Star Wars and Indiana Jones from George Lucas. I completely forgot about that, and so that rant, watch that if you want to poke fun at me, because it was a really bad rant. If I get ridiculed for that, I understand now. It is, I was stupid, and I shouldn't have, because, I knew this, too. I knew that Disney was, Disney bought rights to Lucasfilm, and then they shut it down, LucasArts, but I knew about this, and I still forgot. I don't know how that works, but I did, so, anyway, my first rant was on Young Justice and Green Lantern and Tron Uprising and, what was the other thing? Motor City, that's what it was. And Symbiotic Titan, though that was canceled like 3 years before Young Justice and Green Lantern. Oh, I missed those shows. Anyway, what did I say that hasn't already been said at this point? Like, after Young Justice and Green Lantern were canceled, everyone just, like, went all out. I saw tons of fucking rants on, my voice. I've seen tons of, oh god, I'm gonna have to edit that out. I've seen tons of rants, I can't even remember the name now. Young Justice and Green Lantern. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering all over the place. Anyway, now Beware the Batman's getting the same treatment. It was on hiatus. It was supposed to come back in January. As many of you probably already know, it hasn't come back at all. So, and it's only like 11 or 12 episodes in, and you're already just you're already going to cancel it. Because before any of you say, well, you haven't announced that it's canceled yet. Well, first off, it's on hiatus. It was supposed to come back in January. It hasn't even shown one episode. One new episode. Nothing. There's been nothing. At the same time, if it wasn't canceled at this point, then why... I can't even... That's actually, you know, that is the big reason, actually. Like, if it wasn't canceled, why haven't they aired new episodes? Why haven't they aired new episodes? It might as well have been, because it's been on hiatus forever now. Just like Young Justice and Green Lantern. Only, I don't know if they're actually going to finish the second season. Now, there are a couple causes to this, which I will list. For one thing, the fucking time slot. Really? This is obnoxious. You're making us get up. Oh, hey, we're going to give you this really awesome show. Just wake up at like 1 in the morning just to watch it. Yeah. You know, the only time I'm going to stay up at 1 in the morning is when there's a show on that I really like on Toonami. I am not going to get up, like, Usually when we watch Toonami, we go to bed at like 6 o'clock because we stayed up late just to watch Toonami. But we're not gonna get up at like 8 in the morning just to see your fucking show, no matter how good it is. And Beware the Batman, I thought was a kick-ass show. I thought, you know, especially, well, I thought it was an okay show at first, but as the episodes, you know, kept going, it started to get better and better. And the last episode, with Pit and Toad, I think it was Pit and Toad going after a bunch of people that make clothes or makeup or anything out of animal parts like fur or bird feathers or something like that. And Pit and Toad were going after people like that, terrorizing Gotham City, and Batman and Katana had to stop them. And that was a kick-ass episode. I thought that was awesome. And in fact, a bunch of episodes were getting better and better and better. And I know some people don't like Beware the Batman, mainly because of one thing. And this is the thing that I absolutely hate, and I just think people are biased if they hate it. It doesn't have all the Batman villains we've come to love. You mean you aren't willing to, you know, let that go and just, well, give these villains a try? I mean, in fact, some of these villains are similar to others. Like, our Anarchy might as well be this show's Joker. I mean, he's not as crazy or psychotic as the Joker, but he's Batman's arch nemesis, so he might as well be the Joker of this series. Magpie is more of the Catwoman of this series, and it bugs me because everybody only hates the show for the new villains. That's the only reason I've seen any hate go towards this show. Now, I don't know if there's any other reviews that say that it's bad because of other reasons, but that's the only negative thing I've heard from the series, that people go, nope, this show is stupid because it doesn't have my favorite villains. And I'm like, can't you just let the Joker go for just one show? You have tons of other Jokers. Do all the fucking people who hate this show because of it, fuck you. You have your Joker. You have Mark Hamill's Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, Jack Nicholson's Joker. You have tons of Jokers. If you want to watch those Jokers or those or different Penguins or different versions of Batman, watch your version of Batman, goddammit. You want the Adam West Batman with the Joker and Catwoman and Two-Face? Watch that. If you want the animated series Batman with Mark Hamill's Joker and that version's Penguin and that version's Riddler and that version's Poison Ivy, watch it. But if you're gonna bitch that they're trying something different, which honestly shows to try doing more of, you're gonna bitch just because it doesn't have your favorite villains. That's stupid. Give these villains a chance. And in fact, you know, these villains are actually really, really cool. Like, you know, some of them have some pretty basic motives, like Pig and Toad have some pretty basic motives, but the way they do things is interesting. The way, their personalities, it's actually very interesting. Magpie has an interesting backstory. I actually really like the second episode a lot. At the same time, Anarchy is pretty much the anti-Batman. He's the White Knight, pretty much, and that's awesome. I've never seen that with any Batman show, and I was really looking forward to seeing the rest of the episodes until this shit happens. But it bugs me that people they say they hate it because it doesn't have the Joker or the Penguin or, well, it has Ra's al Ghul. Doesn't have Bane. It doesn't have Catwoman or any of those. You're not willing to, you know, give these people a shot. I mean, it still has Barbara Gordon. It still has Commissioner Gordon. It has Barbara Gordon, Commissioner Gordon. It still has Alfred, though he's a bit different from other shows. Though he's still Alfred, and you know, he's still the Butler. And he, you know, you still have Bruce Wayne and Batman. And you know, they don't have Robin, but Katana might as well be the Robin. You're gonna bitch just because they're trying something new. That's like, what would that be as bad as? Okay, I know Mario to Plumber's a troll, but that's as bad as Mario to Plumber wanting Sonic 1 to be every single game in the Sonic series. And I know Mario to Plumber's a troll, I know he's not real, but let's say he was real, that would be how bad bitching about that would be. It pretty much means you want the same thing every time, and that's stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. And I gotta cut. I've been rambling a lot. Anyway, after that long rant, anyway, back to Beware the Batman on hiatus. Honestly, I'm not even surprised at this point. This video was, maybe it was pointless to make. Maybe it's overkill at this point. I mean, I've done topics like this 3 times now, and I'm still gonna do it whenever a show of mine gets, a show that I like gets canceled. Not a show of mine. They're not mine. They're not mine. Whenever a show I like. In fact, it's lucky that Beware the Batman got 11 episodes in, even. I just am, but one thing I am kind of shocked about is that they're canceling it in the middle of the season. Now, I know it hasn't been officially canceled, like Cartoon Network hasn't gone out and said, we're canceling the show. No, they haven't said that. But, it should have been back on the air by now. If it's not going to go back on the air, what are we supposed to assume? That it's still on hiatus? No, I'm sorry, I don't assume that. I don't assume that. Sorry, you broke my trust with you when you canceled Symbionic Titan, and then you started breaking my trust even more with shows like Young Justice and Green Lantern and, and you wouldn't even give us the real reason why Symbionic Titan was canceled. I forget. I think it was contract disputes. I don't exactly remember what the exact reasoning was for. But, what their reasoning, they said that it was because it didn't have a toy line. There was another reason for that. I think it was contract disputes. I think it was something like that. Again, I don't know, but I think that's what was really going on. And, at least they aired it on Toonami for a while. I know they're not airing it anymore, but, you know, they aired it on Toonami. I'm at least happy for that. That they're willing to give it somewhat of a chance again. Just air it on Adult Swim if you think it's too violent, and give it a fucking toy line if you have to. Terminator Salvation had a toy line. Anyway, what do you guys think? I honestly can't really say much anymore. I'm used to it at this point. I'm still going to make videos about it. And I know it's a little late to say this, but I thought I'd give my share on it. And I know that it was on hiatus since October. But they have come out and said that it's returning January. And they would finish the rest of the season. They're not doing that. The storyline isn't complete. I think where we left off with the main plot, you know, Pigeon Toad was the last episode to air, the second Pigeon Toad episode, but the episode to air that was somewhat continuing the plot, you know, the main story of the season, was the one with Anarchy. And I think they found Ra's al Ghul's body. I don't know what was up with him being in that box. It's been a while since I watched the show, so my memory's a little vague, because, you know, they haven't aired any episodes. But Anarchy found Ra's al Ghul, and the League of Shadows found him as well. So that's where we're left off with the main plot. If you're not gonna finish that plot, that's fucking sad. I'm gonna say that right now. That is really, really pathetic. What's next? Bat Babies or something like that? Is that what's next? Because you made Teen Titans Show, which is pretty much Teen Titan Babies or something like that. You made Teen Titans Go. That was fucking stupid, by the way. Really stupid. I mean, it's kind of funny sometimes, but that's only, like, maybe once. I only remember laughing at maybe, like, one joke, and hang on. I gotta cut, and I blow my nose. Alright, back. Anyway, sorry, I had to cut there. Anyway, Teen Titans Go. You know, that show was fucking stupid. Yeah, we all know that. It was pretty much their way of saying, fuck you, to all the Teen Titans fans and the Young Justice fans. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Good job. You're really doing a good job. That's pretty much them stroking their own ego. In fact, I'd say Cartoon Network is like the Capcom of Cartoon Networks. And I'm not saying all Cartoon Networks don't do what Cartoon Networks do. I mean, Nickelodeon's... At least Nickelodeon's trying. They aren't trying hard enough, though. Because they have shows like Legend of Korra and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But, none of those shows really interest me now. And I wouldn't say they're horrible because they have Nicktoons. That has a bunch of shows that are old on there and we can watch. And that's fine. That is what I like. And so Nicktoons is great. Nickelodeon, not so much. Nicktoons is good. I don't really know any of their other channels. Like, Nick 2, I think it's just a second Nick. I don't really know why they're wasting money on that. Like, Nick HD I can understand, but Nick 2? Aren't you just wasting more money? Because from what I've seen, it's pretty much the same thing as Nick 1. And I don't know if it's still... I don't know if it's still on right now, but I think it is. I don't really know. Whatever. Anyway, the Hub, I've heard it's still good. Some of their shows that people liked are still on the air. Sadly, Transformers Prime ended, but at least the show actually, ended. It got respect. It ended with a directed DVD movie, and all is well in the world. There was a beginning season, a middle season, and then an ending season. Thank you. A cartoon, what's this? An amazing cartoon show that actually, ended on a high note, ended with an actual, ending? Fuck, I mean, oh, wow. No, really, I was really shocked that Transformers actually got to finish the series. They actually got to, finish with a third season, and then a directed DVD movie. Fuck, that's... How rare is that? That's, like, the only show that has been completed out of any of the shows I watch. Any of the best shows. That's the only one. Like, any action show that is really, really good and has a heart to it, and is any show like that, pretty much. Any show like Young Justice or Symbionic Titan or stuff like that. That's the only show that I watch that's been completed currently. And I'm not going to count shows that are not finished yet. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I know is not going to be finished for a while. It's having a third season. And Legend of Korra is having a third and fourth season, and then it will be completed. And I'm sure Nickelodeon is going to treat it with the utmost respect because there are a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender fans. And they really like Legend of Korra. For a good reason. Legend of Korra is fucking awesome. And, so those are, but Transformers Prime is the only show that has been completed. That's really sad, Cartoon Network. I'm looking at you. That's actually kind of sad that you can't finish a show for shit. Anyway, Disney XD. Well, we're not going to talk about them because the only good shows they had from what I watched was Tron Uprising. Let's see, Avengers vs. Mightiest Heroes, and, what was that other show? Motor City. I always forget the name, because, they didn't air any more episodes after the first season. So those are the only 3 shows, canceled them all. So now Disney XD has nothing. Anyway, that's it. Cartoon Network, Disney XD as well, I guess, and I guess somewhat Nick obviously isn't in the greatest shape, but it's in better shape than most other networks that are out, for, most other cartoon networks. The Hub is doing their job. Disney XD is doing what they're doing, and that's uninteresting, and I don't care. And Cartoon Network, go fuck yourself, because every time there's a good show on your network, you just cancel it. If you want to make more violent, if you want to make, if you think that, is this the reason? I don't know if this is. Are the shows too violent? Are the shows too violent for the little kids in Saturday morning, so it's why you're canceling them? Then don't put them in Saturday morning slots. You can put those in, I don't know, like maybe at 8 o'clock when the kids are going to bed. Cartoon Network's just becoming shit. I don't even... The only time I ever watch their stuff is Dragons Riders of Berk now, because Benton Omniverse is... they're I don't know if they're making a 5th story arc yet or not, but they should be. Because why not? I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Screw you, Cartoon Network again. Beware the Batman's shit. Sorry, I rambled a lot in this video. If I did, I think I did, cause I do that. I'm sorry. I should just change this to TV Network's Fuck You Part 2 or something like that, because I don't know. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I'm the Seaman 55 signing out. See ya.